I had so much fun teaching my very first drip painting class at the Floating Sea Aquatics in Jacksonville, Florida on yesterday. My students ranged from ages 2 to, let's just say, adults. We had maybe about 12 to 13 students, and not including some additional adults, so it was a pretty good turnout. I was very pleased to see that. I began the class with just discussing some of the objectives that I wanted them to learn. Also went over some of the materials, which were very basic, just acrylic paint, canvas, and the pouring medium that I use, which is Floetrol. So I went over those things, and then I went into a little bit about color theory and mixing the paint. Now, the color theory section was very basic since most of my students were very young, so that would not be something a lot of them would have been able to grasp. Additionally, I intuitively paint just based on how I feel or what mood I'm in, so even I don't really go much into that theory. And I also need to learn more about it myself, because I'm sure that will help me to create the things that I envision. So I did let them know that my basic theory is just to choose a base color, and I add 2 to 3 or more different other colors, and then I just pour from there. From there, I went into showing them first how it's done, and then after I demonstrated how it's done, I gave all of the children and adults an opportunity to do their own. So what I did was I mixed the paints for them, so it was almost like ordering ice cream. I had the students come up and tell me what they wanted their base color to be and what other colors they wanted, and I mixed them with the Floetrol, and then their parents or whomever was with them helped them to pour it on the canvas. I brought like a big, a big container, a huge one, that everyone could just kind of drip in, because it can be very messy, and everyone really enjoyed it. The things that were created were beautiful, and the students were amazed to see what they can do with just so little instruction. I stress the fact, the same thing that I've done in my Paint Epiphany videos, that there are no mistakes. So, that definitely put everyone at ease. And I think not having a brush for this particular project, per se, did make the smaller children feel pretty comfortable, just like playing in paint. There was a younger student there, and he was like, "Oh, I don't want to paint, I don't like painting." And I said, "Well, you know what, young man, I didn't like painting either, and I hated art, so let's just give it a try." As we went through the class, and I kind of showed him how to mix the paints, and I showed him how it looked once you added everything to the cup, he was pretty excited, reluctantly so, because I think he wanted to keep to his original thought, but he came around. So everyone really enjoyed themselves. The community came together. We had some donations of canvases, popsicle sticks, some paint. So I do want to thank those ladies who really did show up from the community. And so I'm really looking forward to next week's class, where we will be painting on small figurines, and I'm going to prepare some styrofoam pumpkins so that the kids can paint on those as well. I may even get a few more Halloween type items just in case they would like to do those. I'm also going to have some stretched canvases for some of the older participants in case they want to create something a little bit different. So there'll be something for everyone. And then after that, the next week's class, I'm not teaching, but one of my fellow art students, her name is Lori. She's going to be teaching, I think, how to make stained glass. So I'm definitely going to tune into that one. So I'm so happy about this paint journey and how everything has turned out. It has really been a pleasure. I'm very thankful for the opportunity with Floating Sea Aquatics. They are an amazing group. They do so much. They're really about rescue, education, conservation, service. They rescue so many exotic animals. There's just so much there. They recently started a nonprofit called FSA Rex. So I'm going to educate myself a little bit more on all they have to offer, and I plan to get a video out just for awareness about that. But at any rate, I could go on and on, but I enjoyed myself. Looking forward to next week. And I'm just once again so grateful for the opportunity. And I'm very happy to see how this painting journey is unfolding for me. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Check out some of the videos in the Paint Epiphany playlist. And if you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so, because She Writes, Mind, Body, and Soul is in the positivity business, and as you can see, much more.